For more than a century, Ghana's story of railways has been one of promise, neglect, and revival. In the early 1900s, under colonial administration, rail transport was the heartbeat of the Gold Coast economy. Trains carried cocoa, timber, bauxite, and passengers across long stretches of land, connecting farmers in the hinterlands with ports on the coast. Railways were built not just for convenience, but as arteries of commerce. The Western Line from Takoradi, the Central Line from Kumasi, and the Eastern Line from Accra and Tema formed the backbone of national transport. Yet, as decades rolled on, Ghana's railways collapsed under the heavy weight of neglect. Investment dried up, tracks rusted away, and locomotives were abandoned to weeds and decay. By the 1980s and 1990s, only remnants of the once glorious network survived. For most Ghanaians, trains became a distant memory. Instead, over-reliance on highways and buses turned Ghana's roads into overburdened, accident-prone corridors. Why Ghana needed a railway revival? By the early 2000s, the case for reviving rail transport was undeniable. Traffic gridlock along the Tema-Accra-Kumasi corridor reached unbearable levels. Heavy trucks carrying goods from Tema Port to the north chewed up highways, causing constant repairs and billions of cedis in road maintenance costs. Farmers and traders in the hinterlands struggled to move produce efficiently. The lack of reliable rail alternatives increased the cost of doing business, weakened Ghana's competitiveness, and slowed regional trade integration. Rail was the missing piece. Globally, railways are recognized as the most efficient mode of bulk transport. They cut fuel costs, reduce travel time, and move thousands of tons of goods at once. For Ghana, a railway revival was not a luxury, it was an economic necessity. Why Tema to Mpakadan? Among the many corridors envisioned, one stood out, the Tema Mpakadan stretch. Stretching nearly 98 kilometers, this line was not randomly chosen. It was strategic. Tema is Ghana's busiest industrial hub and port city. Every year, thousands of shipping containers, bulk cargo, and petroleum products pass through Tema Harbour. Linking Tema directly to Mpakadan, near the Volta Lake, created an integrated transport network: road, rail, and water. Goods arriving at Tema could travel inland by train, offload at Mpakadan, and continue via ferries across the Volta Lake to northern Ghana and even further into the Sahel region. This corridor was also key for the Ghana-Burkina Faso Railway Interconnectivity Project, an ambitious plan to link Tema Port with Ouagadougou. The vision was simple but powerful: make Ghana the gateway for West African trade by creating a multimodal transport route that slashed time, costs, and inefficiencies. The dream of Eastern Railway Corridor revival. The Tema Mpakadan project was part of the larger Eastern Railway Corridor, which had been dormant for decades. Unlike the Western Line, which limped along with occasional services, the Eastern Line was nearly dead. Reviving it meant decongesting the Tema-Afienya highway, creating jobs, and giving commuters an alternative to expensive road transport. The Eastern Corridor was also a lifeline for agriculture. Farmers in the eastern region, Volta and beyond, could send produce more efficiently to urban centres. Timber, cement, petroleum, and even bauxite could flow through the line. For decades, policymakers spoke of this dream, but it remained just that: a dream. From dreams to action under Akufo-Addo. That dream gained momentum under the new Patriotic Party government, led by His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. In 2018, construction began on the Tema Mpakadan line, funded by a $447 million credit facility from the India Exim Bank and executed by Indian engineering giant Afcons Infrastructure. It included not just tracks, but also 6 passenger stations, a freight terminal, and a 300-metre railway bridge over the Volta River. To make this new line functional, Ghana needed modern rolling stock. The government turned to Poland, striking a deal with Pesa, a European manufacturer, for modern diesel multiple unit DMU trains. These sleek trains, painted in Ghana's colours, promised comfort, efficiency, and modern safety features. The high hopes and early criticisms. When the first Polish train arrived, excitement swept across Ghana. Images of its shiny exterior and air-conditioned coaches flooded the news. For a country that had endured decades without modern trains, this was history in the making. But almost immediately, criticisms emerged. The train was too short, only a few coaches, far below the long sets people expected for such an expensive investment. Critics said it was too expensive for its size, with tens of millions spent but little to show. The government had promised additional trains and more coaches, yet they never came. Ghanaians began to ask, had the country overpaid? Was this another project where bold announcements outshone actual delivery? Instead of celebrating a strong railway fleet, many saw a half-fulfilled promise. When President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's administration made the bold decision to revive the Eastern Railway Corridor, it wasn't just about laying tracks. It was about sending a message. Ghana was ready to modernize its transportation backbone. In the vision of the NPP government, modern rolling stock was at the heart of this transformation. Old rusty locomotives would no longer define Ghana's image of rail transport. Instead, sleek, new, European-built trains would symbolize progress, efficiency, and national pride. Procurement of the Polish trains. In 2022, Ghana struck a deal with Pesa, a respected Polish manufacturer, for brand new diesel multiple units DMUS. The first of these trains was unveiled in January 2024 at Bydgoszcz Główna Station in Poland before making its journey to Ghana. The train featured air-conditioned coaches, ergonomic seating, digital displays, and safety systems that matched international standards. The NPP government presented this procurement as a major leap forward. For the first time in decades, Ghanaians would ride on modern passenger trains that compared with what existed in Europe and Asia. The cost debate. But behind the shiny photos and the official speeches was a simmering debate over cost. The trains were not cheap. Tens of millions of dollars were spent, and while government officials justified the expense as a necessary investment in Ghana's future, critics argued otherwise. Opposition voices and civil society groups raised questions. Was Ghana getting value for money? Couldn't the same funds have purchased longer train sets with greater capacity? For a corridor that was supposed to serve thousands daily and anchor international trade, the trains appeared far too small. Too short, too expensive. The biggest criticism came almost immediately. The train was too short. Instead of multiple long coaches that could accommodate hundreds of passengers and large amounts of cargo, Ghana received a set that many described as a mini-train. To make matters worse, reports surfaced that the remaining coaches never arrived. While the initial procurement had suggested that additional units would be acquired to boost capacity, these never materialized. Ghanaians were left with a single short unit that many said did not justify the huge expenditure. This fed into the second criticism. The train was too expensive for its size. Spending tens of millions of dollars for just a few coaches struck many as wasteful, particularly in a country where infrastructure needs, schools, hospitals, rural roads, were still pressing. Symbolism versus reality. For the government, the Polish trains were meant to be a symbol of modernization under Akufo-Addo. They were showcased in speeches and media tours as proof that Ghana was rising. But the reality on the ground told a different story. The Tema Mpakadan line was still under construction. The trains sat idle at depots, drawing public criticism as expensive ornaments instead of engines of progress. Ghanaians who had hoped to see multiple trains running on schedule, carrying thousands daily, were disappointed. The narrative of progress clashed with the perception of waste, and the train became a political talking point. The opposition NDC seized on the criticisms accusing the government of mismanaging funds and over-promising. Civil society groups called for transparency about the procurement process and the true number of trains Ghana was supposed to receive. Why this still mattered. Despite the criticisms, the procurement of the Polish trains mattered. For decades, Ghana had been stuck in the past. Even a short, expensive train was a reminder that modernization was possible. It signaled that Ghana was willing to look beyond its borders and invest in infrastructure that could change the face of transportation. Yet, for such an ambitious project to succeed, symbolism was not enough. Ghana needed full fleets, not fragments. It needed value for money, not just headlines. And it needed a political class committed not just to procurement, but to full execution. Building the backbone, construction begins. In July 2018, Ghana officially broke ground on what would become one of its most ambitious rail projects in decades, the Tema Port Standard Gauge Railway Line, a stretch measuring 97.6 kilometers. Unlike the colonial-era narrow-gauge tracks that dominated Ghana's past, this was to be a modern standard gauge line, capable of supporting faster, heavier, and more reliable trains. The project was not just about laying tracks, it was about reimagining Ghana's transport future. It was part of a multimodal network, road, rail, and water, designed to integrate seamlessly with Tema Port, Ghana's busiest maritime gateway, and Volta Lake, the country's inland water transport lifeline. Financing the dream. The project was financed through a $447 million credit facility from the India Exim Bank, one of the largest single investments in Ghana's railway sector. For many, this was proof that Ghana was finally putting serious resources into transport infrastructure. In Parliament, debates raged over whether the debt was worth it. Supporters argued that the line would pay for itself through trade, efficiency, and reduced road maintenance costs. Critics warned that Ghana was piling debt on top of debt without ensuring value for money. Yet, despite the political back and forth, construction moved forward. Afcons Infrastructure, the builders. The contract was awarded to Afcons Infrastructure, an Indian construction and engineering company with a track record in large-scale projects across Africa and Asia. Their task was enormous, lay nearly 100 kilometers of standard gauge tracks, build 6 modern passenger stations, construct a freight terminal near Tema Port, erect a 300-meter-long railway bridge across the Volta River, connecting Senchi and Oulder Crade, handle signalling, communication systems, and safety infrastructure. Italian firm Team Engineering was brought in for project supervision, ensuring international standards were met. Engineering feats. One of the biggest challenges was the Volta River crossing. The railway bridge had to be designed to withstand Ghana's tropical climate, heavy rains, and the long-term demands of freight and passenger trains. The bridge became not just a technical achievement, but a visual symbol of Ghana's determination to modernize. The line was also built to international safety standards, incorporating signaling systems and stations that could handle future expansions. Unlike the outdated colonial stations, these new hubs were designed for modern ticketing, digital operations, and higher passenger volumes. Integration into the Ghana-Burkina Faso Interconnectivity Project. The Tema Mpakadan line was never meant to stand alone. It was Phase 1 of the Ghana-Burkina Faso Railway Interconnectivity Project, a 1,000-kilometer railway line connecting Tema Port to Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's capital. This vision was about more than Ghana. It was about positioning the country as the gateway to West Africa. For landlocked countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, Tema Port offered the fastest route to the sea. By linking Tema directly to Ouagadougou, Ghana could dominate regional trade routes, reduce transport costs for its neighbours, and cement itself as the logistics hub of the sub-region. The project also aligned with AFCFTA, African Continental Free Trade Area goals. With AFCFTA headquartered in Accra, Ghana needed hard infrastructure to back up its position as a continental trade hub. The Tema Port line was a critical piece of that puzzle. The timeline and delays. Construction officially began in 2018 and was originally scheduled for completion by 2021. However, delays soon set in. The COVID-19 pandemic slowed global supply chains, delayed financing disbursements, and disrupted on-site work. The deadline was extended to 2022, then 2023, and finally completion was announced in 2024. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo himself inaugurated the project in November 2024, hailing it as the first standard gauge railway line in Ghana's history. For the government, it was a historic achievement. For critics, it was yet another project that took too long and cost too much. Rolling stock, the Polish connection. To make this new line functional, Ghana needed rolling stock, modern trains that could actually run on the tracks. That was where the Polish trains from Pesa came in. In 2022, Ghana ordered 2 DMUs with an option for 10 more. But by early 2024, only one had arrived. The shiny new train was paraded before the media, but Ghanaians quickly noticed its shortcomings. It was too short, too few coaches, too expensive, and the additional coaches that were supposed to follow never came. The mismatch between the scale of the railway investment, nearly $500 million, and the small, incomplete rolling stock fueled a storm of criticism. Symbol of modernization, lightning rod of criticism. For the government, the train symbolized modernization, proof that Ghana could finally boast of a standard gauge line. For critics, it became a lightning rod, a reminder of Ghana's tendency to announce big projects without full delivery. As construction wrapped up and test runs began, the debate only grew louder. Could Ghana truly transform its railway sector, or was this just another expensive promise half-kept? The April 2024 test run accident. On April 18, 2024, what was supposed to be a proud moment for Ghana's railway revival turned into a national controversy. During one of the first test runs of the brand new Polish train, the sleek DMU collided with a truck parked illegally on the tracks near Aswogiaman. The collision sent shockwaves across the nation. For many Ghanaians, this was their first time hearing about the new train, and it was in the context of an accident. The images of the damaged driver's cab circulated online, raising serious questions about safety protocols, level crossings, and public awareness. Thankfully, there were no deaths or serious injuries, but the symbolism was powerful. Instead of launching with triumph, Ghana's expensive new train was associated with vulnerability. The truck driver was sentenced to 6 months in prison, but the criticisms did not stop. Why wasn't the track properly secured? Why weren't communities sensitized before test runs? And why had Ghana spent tens of millions only for the first big news to be about an accident? Vandalism and neglect. As if the accident wasn't enough, reports soon surfaced of acts of vandalism along the Tema Port line. Metal components and fittings were stolen from sections of the track. Some residents encroached on railway land, damaging infrastructure in the process. This revealed another deep issue: Ghana's culture of poor maintenance and weak protection of public assets. Even before full commercial services began, the railway line was under threat. Opposition voices argued that the government had not done enough to secure the line, protect investments, or educate the public on the importance of the project. Idle trains, growing frustrations. By late 2024, after President Akufo-Addo officially inaugurated the line in November 2024, the trains were still not running commercially. They sat idle, occasionally brought out for test runs, while the government assured the public that technical assessments were ongoing. For ordinary Ghanaians, this was déjà vu. Once again, a big project had been launched with fanfare, but actual service delivery was delayed. Social media was filled with memes comparing the too short Polish train to school buses, while critics hammered the government for wasting money. The missing coaches that never arrived became a major talking point. Instead of long train sets capable of carrying large crowds, Ghana was left with a short two-coach unit. Critics branded it a toy train, too small for its purpose, too expensive for its value. Political battles, NPP versus NDC. Inevitably, the Tema Port project became a political football. NPP officials defended the project, arguing that they had taken bold steps where others failed. They said the line was proof of vision and that the train's arrival symbolized progress that could be built upon in the future. NDC leaders, on the other hand, highlighted every shortcoming. They pointed to the high cost, the missing coaches, the delays, the accident, and the idle trains as evidence of mismanagement. For them, the Polish train was a symbol not of modernization, but of waste. The debate played out in Parliament, on radio shows, and across Ghana's vibrant social media space. Citizens were divided. Some said it was better to start with something, even if imperfect. Others argued that Ghana should not celebrate mediocrity and waste. Public confidence and distrust. The criticisms hit hardest at the level of public confidence. For years, Ghanaians had been promised modern trains. When the dream finally materialized, it appeared underwhelming. Too short, too expensive, too delayed. This damaged trust in railway projects as a whole. Many wondered, would the line ever run reliably? Would trains ever expand beyond 2 short coaches? Would Ghana truly see the promised benefits of regional integration? Or was this yet another political showpiece destined to gather dust? A turning point approaches. By early 2025, test runs had been completed, technical assessments signed off, and the Transport Ministry announced that full commercial services would officially begin on October 1st, 2025. This marked a turning point. After years of construction, delays, vandalism, and political arguments, the trains were finally about to carry passengers and goods. Yet, questions lingered. Could a short, expensive train deliver the transformational change Ghanaians were promised? The inauguration, November 2024. On November 25, 2024, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo officially inaugurated the Tema Port Railway Line, hailing it as the first standard-gauge railway line in Ghana's history. At the colourful ceremony, he emphasised that railways remain the most efficient mode of moving bulk goods and large numbers of people, and that this project was a landmark step in Ghana's transport modernisation. Government officials, contractors, diplomats, and the media gathered to witness the symbolic ribbon-cutting. The president proudly declared that Ghana was ready to reclaim its place as a railway nation. For the NPP government, this was not just a ceremony. It was vindication after years of criticism and delays. But while the speeches celebrated success, the realities lingered. Only a short Polish train stood on the tracks. The missing coaches remained missing. And critics reminded the public that it was not enough to inaugurate a line. It had to actually serve commuters and businesses. October 1st, 2025, the commercial start. After months of further test runs and technical assessments, Transport Minister Joseph Bukari Nikbe confirmed that full commercial services would begin on October 1st, 2025. This was the announcement many had been waiting for. After years of construction delays, an accident during testing, and political wrangling, the Tema Mpakadan line was finally going to run as intended, moving real passengers, real traders, and real cargo. The launch meant that the 97.7-kilometre line could now connect Tema Port to Mpakadan, easing congestion on the Tema Afcons highway and offering a faster, safer alternative to road transport. For the first time in decades, thousands of Ghanaians would be able to board a modern passenger train in their own country. Benefits for commuters. The most immediate benefit was to daily commuters. Travelling from Tema through Afienya, Doryumu and Asutsuare to Mpakadan by road could take hours in heavy traffic. With the new train, travel time would be cut significantly. Air-conditioned coaches would make journeys more comfortable, safer, and more reliable. For workers living in the eastern region but employed in Greater Accra, the train offered relief from the stress of traffic jams. For students, it meant predictable travel times. For families, it meant a safer way to move between towns. Benefits for trade and business. Beyond passengers, the freight capacity of the line was crucial. Containers from Tema Port could now be transported inland by rail, bypassing congested highways. From Mpakadan, goods could be ferried across the Volta Lake to northern Ghana, or continue by road toward Burkina Faso and Mali. This reduced transport costs for businesses, cut fuel consumption, and lowered the burden on Ghana's highways. Farmers, exporters, and importers all stood to benefit. The line also created new opportunities for logistics companies and boosted the competitiveness of Tema Port as a gateway for landlocked Sahelian countries. Regional integration and AFCFTA. The Tema Mpakadan line was not just a domestic project, it was a regional one. It was the first step toward the Ghana-Burkina Faso Interconnectivity Railway, a 1,000-kilometre line linking Tema Port to Ouagadougou. For Burkina Faso, Niger and Mali, Tema offered the fastest sea route for imports and exports. With Ghana hosting the headquarters of the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, the railway became a symbol of Ghana's readiness to lead in continental trade integration. Optimism versus skepticism. Despite the clear benefits, skepticism remained. Critics asked, could one short train really meet the needs of thousands of commuters? Would the missing coaches ever arrive? Could Ghana protect the line from vandalism and encroachment? Would maintenance culture be strong enough to keep the trains running beyond the first year? On social media, optimism and mockery clashed. Supporters celebrated the October 2025 launch as history in the making. Skeptics posted images of the short train, comparing it to a school bus. What both sides agreed on was that Ghana had taken a step forward, though whether it was a giant leap or a small shuffle remained to be seen. Beyond Tema Mpakadan, other promises. The debate also spread beyond this line. Ghanaians reminded the government of other promises, such as the Sekondi Takoradi suburban train service, which had not resumed despite commitments. For many, the true test was not just Tema Mpakadan, but whether Ghana could build a network of functioning, reliable rail services across the country. The change of government. As the dust of the inauguration settled and the countdown to the October 1st, 2025 commercial launch continued, Ghana found itself under a new administration. The National Democratic Congress, NDC, led by John Dramani Mahama, had taken the reins of government. With the change came new promises, new strategies, and a determination to claim ownership of Ghana's railway revival. For Mahama, the Tema Mpakadan project was not just an MPP achievement to be inherited. It was an opportunity to expand, integrate, and reshape under his own flagship policies. The Big Push Project. Mahama's Big Push project was announced as a bold, multi-billion cedi investment program in infrastructure designed to drive industrialization, create jobs, and modernize Ghana's economy. Railways were a critical component. Under the Big Push, the Tema Mpakadan line would not stand isolated. It would be expanded, integrated, and linked with other corridors. The long-term goal remained the same: complete the Tema-Ouagadougou interconnectivity railway, cementing Ghana as the trade gateway to West Africa. The NDC also pledged to accelerate other stalled or neglected lines, including the Sekondi Takoradi suburban railway, which had been promised but left idle. By tying the railway revival to the Big Push, Mahama positioned rail transport not as a side project, but as a backbone of national development. The 24-hour economy vision. Perhaps even more transformative was Mahama's vision of a 24-hour economy. The concept was simple but powerful. Keep Ghana's economy running around the clock. Factories, services, and transport would operate day and night, creating jobs, maximizing productivity, and making Ghana competitive globally. In this vision, railways were indispensable. Buses and trucks could not sustain a 24-hour logistics chain. But trains, moving bulk goods, thousands of passengers, and industrial cargo at all hours, could. The Tema Mpakadan Line, in Mahama's plan, would not just be a daytime commuter service. It would be part of a 24-hour logistics ecosystem, with trains running continuously between Tema Port, the Volta Lake, and eventually Burkina Faso. Workers could travel on early morning or late night shifts. Containers could move inland at midnight as easily as midday. Railways would become the arteries of a truly 24-hour Ghanaian economy. Confronting the criticisms. Still, the criticisms of the Polish trains could not be ignored. The train was too short for Ghana's needs. It was too expensive for what was delivered. The remaining coaches never arrived. The project suffered from delays, vandalism, and an accident before ever starting full operations. For Mahama's government, addressing these criticisms was essential to regaining public trust. Plans were made to expand the rolling stock, procure more trains, and ensure that future investments delivered real value for money. The NDC also emphasized maintenance culture, an area where Ghana historically fell short. Without proper maintenance, even the newest train could become a relic in just a few years. Mahama's team pledged to strengthen railway management, train technical personnel, and protect infrastructure from theft and neglect. The future of Ghana's railways. The Tema Port line was just the beginning. Ghana's broader railway plan envisioned over 4,500 kilometers of track nationwide, connecting ports, industrial centers, and agricultural hubs. The Western Line, Central Line, and Eastern Line were all earmarked for upgrades. If fully realized, Ghana would no longer be a country dependent on overburdened highways. Instead, it would boast a modern rail network powering trade, industry, and regional integration. The benefits would be immense: the economic growth through lower transport costs, job creation in construction, logistics, and operations, regional trade leadership through links to Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, environmental gains through reduced road congestion and fuel use. Final reflections: a railway of ambition and controversy. The story of Ghana's new trains from Poland and the Tema Port Railway Line is one of ambition, controversy, and persistence. It began under President Akufo-Addo with bold promises, massive loans, and the procurement of sleek but controversial Polish trains. It faced setbacks, an accident, vandalism, and endless criticisms that the train was too short, too expensive, and incomplete. But it also marked a turning point. The first standard gauge line in Ghana's history, a project linking port to lake, sea to inland, Ghana to the Sahel. Now, under Mahama's NDC government, the railway is part of a bigger story, the Big Push project and the 24-hour economy. It is no longer just a railway line. It is a symbol of Ghana's determination to rise, to connect, and to modernize. Whether the Tema Port line will ultimately be remembered as a wasted opportunity or a cornerstone of Ghana's development will depend not just on politics, but on execution. If expanded, maintained, and integrated into a full national network, it could change the face of Ghana forever. For now, on October 1st, 2025, when the first official passengers board the Polish train again at Tema, history will be made. The journey may be short, the criticisms loud, but the symbolism undeniable.
Ghana is back on track.
Cobblestones whisper under my feet. Every corner a memory sweet. Shadows of yesterday, they softly meet. Endless streets, endless stories they tell, echoes of laughter, the toll of a bell, where the heart of the city forever will dwell. Lanterns flicker, their glow feels alive. Bridges arch where dreams arrive. In the pulse of the past, we still survive. Brick by brick, time carves its name. Through the cracks, we feel the same. Endless streets, endless stories remain. Endless streets, endless stories they tell, echoes of laughter, the toll of a bell, where the heart of the city forever will dwell. Cobblestones whisper under my feet. Every corner a memory sweet. Shadows of yesterday, they softly meet. Endless streets, endless stories they tell, echoes of laughter, the toll of a bell, where the heart of the city forever will dwell. Lanterns flicker, their glow feels alive. Bridges arch where dreams arrive. In the pulse of the past, we still survive. Brick by brick, time carves its name. Through the cracks, we feel the same. Endless streets, endless stories remain. Endless streets, endless stories they tell, echoes of laughter, the toll of a bell, where the heart of the city forever will dwell. Skyline stretching, veins of light, concrete rivers, endless night, wheels spinning, hearts collide underneath a glass divide. Every shadow hides a spark, every glow ignites the dark. Wonders unfold in the pulse of the city, stories untold in the chaos, so gritty. Through the cracks and the cold, beauty's not always pretty.
Bridges arch like whispered dreams, steel and stone, a woven seam. Time slips through a fleeting gleam. Moments caught a silent stream.
Wonders unfold in the pulse of the city, stories untold in the chaos, so gritty. Through the cracks and the cold, beauty's not always pretty. Footsteps echo, lives entwine, every corner a new design, infinite threads, a grand combine. Skyline stretching, veins of light, concrete rivers, endless night, wheels spinning, hearts collide underneath the glass divide. Every shadow hides a spark, every glow ignites the dark. Wonders unfold in the pulse of the city, stories untold in the chaos, so gritty. Through the cracks in the cold, beauty's not always pretty. Bridges arch like whispered dreams, steel and stone, a woven seam. Time slips through a fleeting gleam. Moments caught a silent stream. Wonders unfold in the pulse of the city, stories untold in the chaos, so gritty. Through the cracks in the cold, beauty's not always pretty. Footsteps echo, design. Infinite threads, a grand combine. Footsteps echo soft and hollow. Moonlight bends where shadows follow. The city whispers never loud. The city lies, quiet nights. Dreams float high. Hearts take flight underneath a violet sky. Glass towers hum, their voices low. Rivers of cars with nowhere to go. Neon dances in the rain. I breathe the stillness, I taste the air. The stars don't ask, they only stare. City lights, quiet nights. Dreams float high. Hearts take flight underneath a violet sky. Every window hides a story. Every street a fleeting glory. I watch, I wait, I Footsteps echo soft and hollow. Moonlight bends where shadows follow. A city whisper, never loud. City lights, quiet nights. Dreams float high. a story, every street a fleeting glory. I watch, I wait, I disappear.
Snare, pop, 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 hi-hat, tick, tick, tick. 808 bass, wobble, wobble, pop. Marimba roll, ting, 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 ting. Ta, ta, ting. Boom, ka, boom, boom, ka. Guitar plug, ching, ching, cho, ching, ching, cho. Shake, rattle, 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 rattle. Drum, dum, dum, da, dum, da. Clap, clap, snap, snap, clap. Hey, sin, stab. Whoosh up, whoosh up. Kick, roll, kutu, kuku, kuku, boom. Vocal chop, good electric beat and a rip, do, do, dee, 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 do. Really brass hits, pop, pop, pop. Taka, taka, boom, taka, taka, tak, tak, boom. Snare, snap, snap, clap, boom, kick, low, drum, dum, 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 da. Ha, ha, rapid, tick, 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 electric guitar, cha, 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 cha. Ta, 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 kick, climbing, boom, 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 boom. Rise a synth, zizzy, whoosh, rash, vocal effects, ha, ha. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. Doom, bop, 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 boom, bass wobbles, kick, snare, clap, tick, clap, tick. Fade out, marimba, ting, ting, ting. Shake a soft rattle till silence. Guitar plug, ching ching cho, ching ching cho. Shake a rattle, rattle, rattle. Log drum, dum dum da, dum da. Clap, clap, snap, snap, clap. Sin, stab, whoosh up, whoosh up. Kick, roll, gudu, 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 boom. Catch up, oh. Electric band or if they do, 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 do. Bloody brass hits, pop, pop, pop. Ta, 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 boom. Snare, snap, snap, clap, boom, kick. Log drum, dum, 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 die. Hat, rapid, tick, 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 tick. Electric, ta, 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 ta. Kick, climbing, boom, 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 ja. Boom, bop, boom, bop, tak, tak, boom. Bass wobbles, kick, snare, clap, tick, tick, tick. Beat and marimba, ting, ting, ting. Shake a soft rattle till silent.
a piano grill. Dance with me, move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they sell. Dance with me, don't be shy, raise your hands up to the sky. I'm a piano, we flying high, let the groove take you on my mind.
Step in the party, fire in the air. Beat so hot, make you lose all care. Shoe game tight, outfit rare. Eyes on me when I swing this hair. DJ spin that Ionos flow. 808 bounce, make the speakers blow. Hands on waist, now dip it low. It's a vibe, baby, let it show.
Ooh, na na, we feel alive, feel alive. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. We bringing heat with every beat. Dance with me, move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they say. Dance with me, don't be shy, raise your hands up to the sky. I'm a piano, we flying high, let the groove take you on my mind.
Boom, boom, that low drum hit. Shake that waist, don't quit. Glow in the dark, you lit. I'm a piano, got you throwing a fit.
Oh baby, dance like nobody's watching. Lights are flashing, hearts are popping, souls alive, no time for stopping. Piano straight and we all hit me. Move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they say. Dance with me, don't be shy, raise your hands up to the sky. I'm a piano, we flying high, let the groove take you on my mind. Ooh, na na, we feel alive. Piano's vibes, we feel alive. Oh, feel alive. Yo, it's the weekend, baby. I'm a piano vibes. Let's go. Drop that beat. Let's dance. Dance with me, move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they're sorry. Dance with me, don't be shy, raise your hands up to the sky. I'm a piano, we flying high, let the groove take you on my mind. Step in the party, fire in the air. Beat so hot, make you lose all care. Shoe game tight, outfit rare. Eyes on me when I swing this hair. DJ spin that Llanos flow. 808 bounce, make the speakers blow. Hands on waist, now dip it low. It's a vibe, baby, let it show. Ooh, na na, we feel alive. I'm a piano, sweet like jive. Clap your hands, stomp your feet. Bringing heat with every beat. Dance with me, move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they're sorry. Dance with me, don't be shy, raise your hands up to the sky. I'm a piano, we flying high, let the groove take you on my mind. Boom, boom, that love drum hit. Shake that waist, don't quit. Glow in the dark, you lit. I'm a piano, got you throwing a fit. Oh baby, dance like nobody's watching. Lights are flashing, hearts are popping, souls alive, no time for stopping. Piano straight and we all dance with me. Move your body, feel the rhythm, don't you worry. Baseline heavy, feet so steady, we go all night, we know they're sorry. Dance with me, don't be shy,
the bounce now. This time my piano life, turn it up. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Move that waistline all night. Hands in the air, drop it low then fly. I'm a high, no high. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. We know they tired, we vibe all night. I'm a piano bouncing right. Come alive as the piano's like. I'm a piano bouncing right. Come alive as the piano's like. Pull up with hit beat drop like whoa. Y'all know see my veins, let the rhythm flow. She got a body that be moving in code. Log drum heavy, make the floor explode. No stress, no wahala here. We dey sit pan flex, it's the season of cheer. From Soweto to Tema, the vibe so clear. If you ain't dancing, get out of here. We go dance like fire. No break, no tire. This jam now wire. Feel it rise up higher. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Move that waistline on all night. Hands in the air, drop it low, then fly, fly, fly. I'm a piano, yeah, yeah. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. We know they tired, we vibe all night. I'm a piano bouncing right. Come alive, this the piano's like. I'm a piano bouncing right. She bad, she wild, she know how to groove. I'm lit, I'm fly, I came here to move. Step in the scene like a boss, no excuse. Beat so sick, like damn, what's the use? I'm dripping in gold, no limit. Turn up the bass, we kill it. Sweat on my brow, but I'm winning. This time my piano, got me singing. Boom, boom, clap, feel that slap. Love drums smacking like a thunder clap. Slow, wine, first, grind, lose your mind. Rewind, rewind. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Move that waistline all night. Hands in the air, drop it low, then fly. On a piano, we high, high, high. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. We know they tired, we vibe all night. I'm a piano bouncing right. Come alive, it's the piano's life. I'm a piano bouncing right. Come alive, it's the piano's
Bounce, bounce.
Can the sun rise, no doubt. Yeah. It's the vibe now. It's the bounce now. It's the I'm be alive. Look out. Bounce to the left. Bounce to the right. Move that waistline all night. Hands in the air. Drop it low then fly. I'm a piano. Yeah. Bounce to the left. Bounce to the right. We know they tired, we vibe all night. I'm a piano, bouncing right. Come alive, it's the piano's life. Pull up when we heat beat drop like whoa. Y'all know see my veins let the rhythm flow. She got a body that be moving in code. Log drum heavy make the flow explode. No stress, no wahala here. We just sip and flex. It's the season of cheer from Soweto to Tema. That vibe so clear. If you ain't dancing, I get tired of here. We go dance like fire. No break, no time. This jam now wire. Feel it rise up higher. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. Move that waistline all night. Hands in the air, drop it low then fly. I'm a piano, we high, 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 high. Bounce to the left, bounce to the right. We know they tired, we vibe all night. I'm a piano, As on to rock, we know their glance. Let's go!
Strike the chord, let the rhythm ignite. Feel the streets under Accra lights. Best line jumping, crowd in flight. Azonto steps in the heat of the night. Let the boots and can take cloth. Raise your fist, feel that raw true talk. Electric city, heartbeat knock. Dance like rebels round the clock. Oh, we dey move, we dey feel it inside. Rock guitar plus Azonto vibe. From Jamestown up to Kumasi ride. This kind of fire, worldwide. Jump, jump, shake, shake, Azonto burn. Twist that leg, let the rhythm turn. Rock beats beat the fire, return electric Azonto, feel it church. Spin, spin, clap, clap, no retreat. Love so loud, feel the street. Culture rise and drums repeat. Electric Azonto, move your feet. Hey! Black shades on, crowd go wild. We they blaze every zone with style. Guitar slash with the African smile. Drums hit hard like a sonic mile. From the gutters to the stage we run. Azonto rock until we see the sun. Twist, bend, vibe, reload that gun. It's a revolution, feel the fun. Azonto, Azonto. We they dance like we never go slow. Rock it, rock it. Feel the strings as your body they glow. Clap with fire, stomp with bass. Hands up now, shake your face. This no be trial, this be case of rhythm, sweat and tribal grace. Jump, jump, shake, 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 Azonto burn. Twist that leg, let the rhythm turn. Rock meets beat the fire, return. Electric Azonto, feel it churn. Spin, spin, clap, clap, no retreat. Let's so loud, feel the street. Culture rise and drums repeat. Electric Azonto, move your feet. Hey! Yo. Azonto rock, Azonto flame. We dey burn, no shame, no shame. Ghana sound, new world name. Azonto rock, we run this game. Yo, guitars me ghetto dance. Azonto rock, we know the glance. Let's go. Strike the chord, let the rhythm ignite. Feel the streets under Accra lights. Baseline jumping, crowd in flight. Azonto steps in the heat of the night. Let the boost and can take cloth. Raise your fist, feel a road roof talk. Electric city, heartbeat knock. Dance like rebels round the clock. Oh, we dey move, we dey feel it inside. Rock guitar plus Azonto vibe. From Jamestown up to Kumasi ride. It's gonna fire worldwide. Jump, jump, shake, shake, Azonto burn.